Welcome to another episode of The Wave. My name is Adam.
My name's Nick.
Welcome.
Welcome.
How are you, Nick?
Great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Just great.
Just living life. You've come all dressed up for me tonight.
I'm still in my work kit.
You've got a nice shirt on. I'm like,
Thought
privileged.
Thought I'd bring some class to this.
I nearly have my pyjamas on and you turn up in a shirt.
Smart casual. You know how it is.
You smart, me casual.
Yeah. You feeling frisky?
Always.
Good.
I'm feeling hungry.
Me too.
I forgot to take my lunch to work today and then I forgot to order lunch from work as well. So I've had 3 packets of crisps today, which is against my rules. I only allow myself one a day.
Absolute.
It's not been a good day. I might have a takeaway when we're finished.
Oh boy, why not?
Exactly.
Just crack on. Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah?
I don't want to talk about food because
I think we should. I like food.
I am also hungry, and we went out the other night.
We went out for dinner.
And we had some great food.
Yes, we did. Shout out to Wayne and Alex, who we went with. But we went to Seven Bone in Coventry.
Yeah.
Highly recommended.
Great burgers.
Beautiful burgers. I had a Donny Trump burger. It was great.
It was very orange.
It was. It had Wotsits on the top. Crumbled up Wotsits. Which would look good, but it was very impractical to eat.
Well, sure.
I had to pour them into the burger in the end.
Yeah. What's it dust is not the easiest.
It's not the easiest thing to grab on top of a burger.
No.
My fingers just kept slipping off, but it was good.
You'd think maybe the graininess of it would give you added grip, but
no, it was just slippy.
Kind of gets warm and mushy.
Yeah, they were soggy, but it was nice.
Yeah, don't retain their.
It was the best burger I've ever had.
Grittiness.
I'm pretty sure it was the best burger I've ever had.
Mine was great.
What did you have?
I had a PBBJ.
Look at you.
Peanut
best.
peanut butter, bacon, and jam.
Peanut butter, bacon, and jam.
It
did look nice, to be fair. It did look really nice. Yeah, we don't go out for dinner very often, but it was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great. Anyway, that's made me more hungry.
Yes,
so
we talk
shout
about food
out to them.
Shout out to Seven Bone in Coventry. I think they've got them all around the country, so if there's one near you, check it out.
There you go. It's not often we give plugs to
It's not, at all.
things. There you go.
Talking of giving plugs to things, quickly, I found an Instagram account yesterday. I think he's a TikToker.
Okay.
And it's really, really, really funny, and I'm not going to be able to find his name now. But I just wanted to give him a quick shout out. His name's Francis Bourgeois 43. Francis _ BOURGEOIS 43. He's a train spotter.
Right.
And he's the happiest man in the whole world.
I think I may have seen this guy.
He made my day yesterday.
Is this like tall blonde kid?
Yeah.
And he goes around with like a GoPro on his head.
Yeah, he straps a GoPro to his face and he gets really excited every time a train makes a noise.
I have seen that.
Oh, it's brilliant.
He is really funny.
It's absolutely brilliant. And he really made my day yesterday. I watched all of his videos yesterday.
He's really happy.
He's the happiest man in the world and he loves what he does. He's got a real passion for trains and it really comes across.
Sure.
And it really, really cheered me up yesterday.
Brilliant.
So check him out on Instagram or TikTok.
I didn't know that was his name, but I have seen a clip and yeah.
I'm not on TikTok,
exactly
but he's on Instagram as well. So
excellent.
I'm too old for TikTok.
People
keep telling me we should put the podcast on TikTok, but I don't know what we'd do. I don't know what it involves. I'm not dancing and shit. So
yeah, why not?
Well, we can if you want.
Not for like 45 minutes.
I can't get my microphone right.
Imagine the sweatiness.
Yeah, no, I don't understand what we're supposed to do on it, but people keep telling me we should be on it. So
put the.
Anybody's
okay,
got.
fine.
We need a social media expert. If only we knew one. So yeah, let us know. I'm hoping he got that as a reference. I think he might have done.
Maybe.
Anyway, that's the plugs over and done with.
That's fine. Good plugging.
Thank you.
Oh, you've completely thrown me off now. I had something lined up.
How's your week been?
I know what I was going to say.
Okay.
It doesn't matter about that stuff.
Okay, cool.
It's been fine.
Good.
We didn't address something last week.
Oh, right.
That we brought up a couple of weeks ago.
Something's just flew into my eye.
Okay. Was it?
I don't know
is
what
it alive? Can you
was.
how many fingers am I holding up?
None.
Yeah, correct. Well done. Fine.
I'm good now. Thank you.
Good. The randomizer.
Yes.
Its name.
Yes, we didn't.
We never came back to it.
We didn't.
But we've got a name.
Yes, we have.
And we're going with Robin the randomizer.
Robin the randomizer. So we need to spin Robin every so often.
Yeah.
I like it. I've also put it on my new phone now. So we had a bit of a disaster last week where it wasn't on my new phone and I had to go and find my old phone. But it is now on my new phone. So I've audited the long list as well.
Excellent.
So Robin is completely updated. We need Ross to draw Robin the randomizer. So I don't know what it looks like, but if you can draw us Robin the randomizer, we'll take it.
Non-gender specific.
Yep.
Anything. Whatever. Go nuts.
Do what you want, mate.
So yeah, it's been a good week.
Good.
But I'm here and I'm excited to talk about some news.
Me too.
then come back here on Thursday and you hear us talk about Secret Obsession.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I did.
That was annoying, wasn't it?
Last week, go on, tell him.
So we probably should mention it. We picked a film at the end of last week's episode, which was Arkansas.
Yeah.
And we would, luckily, neither of us had watched it before we realised that it was about to leave Netflix. So we ditched the whole end of the episode last week. I re-recorded it on my own. I thought I sounded really posh. I don't know why I did it in a posh voice, but apparently I did.
Telephone voice.
And it picked as Secret Obsession, which we'll talk about on Thursday.
Yeah, come back here and we will go through it. I've got a bit to say on this one.
Me too.
It was an interesting experience.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun episode, that one, I think.
I'm looking forward to talking about it.
There's a lot of stuff right and a lot of stuff wrong with that film. So we'll go from there. I
Right.
had something else I wanted to tell you about my week, but it's gone out of my head. And
Did you have a good week?
Yes, but I don't know why. There was something I was like, I'll mention that on the wave, and I've forgotten what it is.
It'll come back to you.
It'll come back to me. I'll probably just interrupt you halfway through
That's fine.
the movie show, probably.
Not a problem.
Right, should we do some news?
Let's news it up.
Do you want to do some news? Oh, I know what it was.
Oh, here we go.
I did a quiz with the Grief Burrito
Oh,
podcast.
okay, yeah.
They did a live Discord quiz the other night. It was about 8 of us.
Cool.
I lost the movie round to Jordan Shenton, which was humiliating. And I don't want to gloss over it, but yeah. Jordan got more movie questions right than I did.
You don't know about movies, though.
No, I don't. Apparently not. Jordan doesn't watch them and does know about them,
Yeah.
and I do watch them and don't know anything about them. They did a gaming round which I had no clue on,
Okay.
and then there was a general knowledge round. I came like 4th overall. I was very disappointed in my performance, but yeah, I was more disappointed that Jordan beat me in a movie quiz. I'm not gonna lie.
It's very big of you to admit that.
Thank you.
And I
Well done, Jordan.
may replace you as co-host with Jordan.
Don't do that. He doesn't turn up most of the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Right, let's do some Netflix news.
Do you know
Yep.
Sofia Vergara?
Yes, I think so. Is she the one who used to be in Las Vegas with James Caan?
I don't know. Never watched it. She's
It is. I've got a really good fact about her if it is.
most, I would say, well known for Modern Family.
Oh, no, then it's not.
Okay.
I do know who you mean now, though. That might have been racist. I apologise if it was. Yes, I do. She's from Modern Family.
She has signed up to star in a Netflix limited series
Okay.
about a notorious drug trafficker,
Okay.
Griselda Blanco.
Is it a true story?
It's called Griselda.
Huh?
And it is based on a true story.
Sorry.
It chronicles the real life of the savvy and ambitious Colombian businesswoman who created one of the most profitable drug cartels in history. I mean, it's one type of business, I suppose.
Well, yeah.
6 50-minute episodes. Griselda was also known as the Black Widow and the Cocaine Godmother.
What a great nickname.
Where you going, son? I'm just going out to see my cocaine godmother.
Wow.
Yeah, Vergara said this week, Blanco is a larger-than-life character whose ruthless but ingenious tactics allowed her to rule $1 billion empire. I'm thrilled to have found the perfect partner with Netflix to tell this story.
That sounds good. It's like pre Escobar, isn't it?
Yes.
She came first.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
Interestingly, some of the Narcos creative team are working on it, which
That
I
doesn't
guess
surprise
might
me.
make sense.
Yeah, they're going to be in Colombia already. They might as well.
Why move from the success pattern, I guess?
It's like when all the people from Lost went into Hawaii 5-0s. Just you live there, you might as well do it. Cool, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Check that out. We got a release date, or has it only just been like...
They've literally just signed the agreement, so you're looking
a couple
at least
of years away.
At least a year. Have you heard of Squid Game?
Yes.
Right. So
I don't live under a rock. I've also heard of this story. I read this story earlier in the week.
unfortunately for a lady named Lydia Ellery, she has also heard of Squid Game.
Yes.
Because
technically she heard of it first.
Squid Gamer has been her handle on Instagram and Twitch and all these other places for 11 years.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, now that a certain TV show has become quite big and popular, she is just getting dogs abuse on social media.
It's really bad that she's just suddenly getting abused.
People are like, "You're nothing to do with Squid Game.
Yeah.
You absolute whatever." And she's had to like delete her accounts and basically start again.
Yeah, she lost her Instagram account because too many people reported it as fake. even though she'd had it for 11 years.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing to do with the...
Her Instagram account was at Squid Game, which I'm surprised they didn't try and buy off her anyway.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
she lost it.
And on YouTube as well, she's been Squid Game or Squid Gaming. Yeah, it's crazy.
It is. I'm really sorry for her because she spent so long building up this brand that she's just lost overnight.
Yeah.
And it must be so... Imagine if a Netflix show came out called Bottom of the Stream. We'd just lose it. And what would we do? It must be awful.
Yeah, so she said, she was getting all the abuse and now she's lost a couple of jobs because of it
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah. I mean, she's got a bit of publicity this week from
You're
it,
not going to...
but-
Well, yes. I mean, she also says, she's obviously been bumped way down the search engine.
But yeah, that's it. If you search for Squid Game now, you're talking like page 10 on Google.
That's an odd one, isn't it?
It is. It's a real shame. I feel
It's
sorry
just
for her.
really bad luck.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's real. What are the chances?
Yeah.
When she heard it was being announced, she must have thought, "Oh fuck,
Yeah.
how annoying."
You can see that this could be... imagine over those couple of weeks as it just grew and grew and grew.
Yeah,
Oh.
became the biggest show in the world, and
It's really unfortunate.
it is really unfortunate.
Oh well,
Good luck to her. I hope
I'm
she
sure she
sorts
doesn't need a
herself
shout out from us, but if she comes up with a new name,
out. We'll
give
give
her
her
a
a shout
mention.
out. Oh look, there's Carol Baskin on my screen.
You know, Carol Baskin.
I do know Carol
we
Baskin.
we talked I think it was last week about the Tiger King 2 trailer.
Yeah.
And we went, she said she wasn't going to be in it.
Yeah.
And she's all over the trailer.
Yeah,
Well, turns out
she was.
that was news to her as well.
Yeah,
Because Carol Baskin is suing Netflix for
Yes.
using footage of her in Tiger King 2, which she has not agreed, according to her, to be in at all.
do you believe it? Is it a publicity?
No, I think this is the start of...
season 3.
It's the start of... Oh, we're trying to create a narrative around the season.
Yeah.
Because that trailer, I would say, half of it... I would say, put it this way, more of it is about Carol Baskin and the fate of her first husband than it is about the guy who's stuck in prison.
Yeah, you're right. It is. I'm really cynical about.
It's not like she's just in it a little bit.
No, she's in the whole
She's
trailer.
all over the trailer.
I'm really cynical about the marketing behind Tiger King.
They're all in it together.
They are, and it's like today. I mean, there's the sad news that Joe Exotic. Is it sad news? I don't know. That Joe Exotic's got aggressive cancer,
Right.
and he's written today to ask for his release from prison because he's in a bad way.
Look,
Is it coincidence that that's come this week?
it's hard not to be cynical.
It
isn't
really
it?
is because
I don't want to be glib about it, but why is that just been announced? What,
he was diagnosed
10
in
days or whatever it is before the new
he was
series
diagnosed
comes
in
out?
May with prostate cancer, and this week he's written to be asked to be released.
Okay.
Now that might be a coincidence. I feel sorry for the guy. I don't want anybody to go through that. But the whole Tiger King thing for the last 2 years has just made me so cynical about it.
Yeah.
That they're all in it together. They know what they're doing.
We've got 2 weeks before it comes out, and we've got all these news stories coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll drop that lawsuit and just get some money. It's just how it is, isn't it? It's just I feel really cynical about it. But
I'm always more cynical than that. I'm almost like she knew she was going to be in it. Oh, wouldn't it be fun if we create some news by saying I'm suing you?
yeah, probably is. That's probably exactly what's happened. I am
knows?
really
Who
cynical
knows?
about it, and we might be completely wrong, but that it's so aggressively marketed, and the first season was as well. That you just can't take anything seriously with it.
Yeah.
You never know what's true and what's a lie.
And it'll be really interesting, given the aggressive marketing of it. Is it even going to touch the first series in terms of views and
That's going to be really interesting because
cultural impact?
Tiger King came at the perfect time.
Yeah,
right at
everyone
the
was
beginning
just
of
getting
lockdown.
used to their own being
Yeah.
stuck in their own houses.
And it just came along and it just took everybody. But I'm not seeing the same hype for it now that I was then. But then it's not out yet, so it's interesting to see.
Because it feels like you're just trying to generate more to the story.
Yeah, there's not a second series of story there.
It's not as,
What's
I
happened?
would say, natural. But you know what?
They've all got rich,
Yeah.
and Carol Baskin's husband's still dead, and that's all that's happened in the last year. Joe Exotic's been in prison the whole year, so it just makes you think: how is there enough story there to make it? But it might be amazing. You never know, do you? Who knows? But I think that's bullshit. The whole
Yeah.
Carol Baskin thing. I just do.
Well, yeah.
I just do. I'm really cynical
Don't
about
disagree
it.
with you.
Let's move on from Baskin.
Games.
Games.
Do
We're becoming a
you
gaming
know-
podcast.
Games
Yes,
of the computer variety.
I do.
We've talked a few times about Netflix gaming.
Yep.
It's here
Yes.
for some people.
Yes.
Not for me.
Nor me yet.
Okay. Well, I don't even have an Android device.
That's a problem.
So it's going to be a while for me. You
this-
do have an Android device.
The article I read on this said that it was going to be in the same Netflix app.
Okay.
But this article you've got here says it's a separate app.
Right.
So I'm going to just search now to see if it is a separate app.
This article we have up says it is a new gaming app called Netflix Games, but I have also read somewhere else that it is within your Netflix app, your existing one.
There is not on the Google Play Store currently a Netflix gaming app.
Yeah.
So
I don't think that's correct.
I don't think that's correct.
I think it's going to be an update to your
current Netflix app, which I don't have yet, but it's being rolled out this week apparently.
Okay.
I think it said 5 games I read.
Yeah, your Netflix membership acts as your pass. There are 5 games initially that will be released on the app. They are Stranger Things 1984, Stranger Things 3, Shooting Hoops, Card Blast, and Teeter Up.
What's Teeter Up?
I have no idea. It sounds like a balancy type thing, doesn't it?
It sounds quite complex of how you get these games as well.
Yeah.
Because it says, first log into the Netflix app, which you do.
Not a new app then?
Not a new app. So this article's bullshit. Then it says,
Do you
access Netflix games from the homepage or the games tab. You will then be greeted by a selection of games. Select your game you want to play and download the game via your device's app store. It's basically just going to be a link to the Play Store to download the game.
Got ya. But then you go back
But
to
then
the
you go
app
back
to
to
play
the
it.
app to play it.
Sounds overcomplicated.
It does, because why can't you just go to the app store and get it?
Yeah.
What have Netflix got to do with it? Unless it's their paid apps that they're now, this link's going to take you to a free version of the paid app. I'm assuming that's what it is.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a loop around, isn't it?
I've just asked my phone to check an update on the Netflix app and there isn't one. So I've not got it yet. So as soon as I get it, we'll do something on it. We'll play these games.
Look, oh yes, we'll do
Do a game.
We'll do a TikTok episode on it.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
It's a horrible feeling then that we weren't recording, and we are, so I apologise.
Well, it's good to check. Your friend and mine,
Not a friend
Zack
of mine.
Snyder.
He's no friend of mine.
Right, okay. We know that he has got a humongous deal with Netflix.
Yep.
We saw Army of the Dead
We did.
earlier in the year.
We did indeed.
I'm going to mention Army of Thieves, which he did not direct, but he did
Produce, yeah.
which is now on Netflix because
Okay.
I have watched this week.
Okay.
Has announced the first person cast in his sci-fi epic Rebel Moon,
Okay.
which is basically Star Wars by another name.
Yes. We talked about this a few weeks ago. didn't
Yeah, because it's about a small band of mercenaries who have to steal plans or something from.
we? It's basically stolen Star Wars.
He has signed up Sofia Boutella to star.
Okay. Do we know her?
She was in Kingsman, Star Trek, one of the Star Treks. They painted her white, and she had stripes.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
The Mummy with Tom Cruise.
Atomic Blonde.
Yeah, so quite a bit.
Oh, she has done quite a bit.
I recognised her anyway. I'm surprised you didn't.
I didn't, to be
Oh,
honest.
fine.
I'm not going to lie.
No release date yet. She is the first person casting it, but she is going to lead this group of rebels.
Cool.
Snyder's talking about this being epic scale.
Of course he is. It's full of shit, isn't he?
And probably going to be like 7 hours long.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be 7 hours with 3 sequels and it'll be rubbish. I'm not watching
Might
that.
look nice.
I'm not watching that. I'm telling you now.
Fine, okay.
All right.
I'll check on that
Cool.
whenever it turns up in a year or so. Tell you what, you might be more interested in though.
What's that?
Christopher Nolan's next film.
Okay.
He is doing Oppenheimer, which is the story of Robert Oppenheimer, the guy who was one of the fathers of the atomic bomb.
Yep.
Do you want to know who's in that cast
I'd
so
love
far?
to know.
Cillian Murphy.
Cool. I think I remember him being cast a few weeks ago.
He's playing the title role.
He's playing Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Guess who else is in it?
Right. Okay.
Oh,
It's
no.
literally on the screen in front of me,
Okay.
but
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Robert Downey Jr.
They're big names.
Emily Blunt.
They're 4 huge names.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's when you've got a name like Christopher Nolan. That's the sort of cast you can attract.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I presume it's a Netflix thing.
No.
It's not a Netflix thing.
Remember? Can you not
Oh, no,
remember?
I do remember,
They,
yeah.
They threw their hat in the ring.
Yeah, they
and
wanted
Nolan
it
went,
and they didn't get it.
I'm not doing it for
Nolan's
the small
not having
screen.
it. Netflix ain't having it.
He's
Yeah,
a
I do remember.
cinematic purist.
He is indeed.
I
Good
mean,
on him.
come at me.
What, me?
Well, anyone.
Okay.
But I'm not saying he's overrated.
Yeah.
But a lot of his movies don't connect with me.
Okay.
I find him a bit sterile.
Interesting. That's an interesting take on Christopher Nolan.
I much prefer his earlier stuff, put it that way.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. I think that is fair
when
to
he was
say.
taking a few more risks.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. He has gone a bit Hollywood recently, but you don't hear many people who don't like Christopher Nolan. That's not that you don't like him.
No. It just leaves me, some of his stuff, it just leaves me a bit cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll allow that. He did make Batman Begins.
I didn't really like Tenet.
I liked Tenet. I just don't think it made any sense. And I don't think I'd ever understand what it was about.
I don't mind. What's the dream one? Inception.
I love Inception. I think Inception.
But I always kind of think he could have done anything. It's dreams.
True.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you run the risk of being silly, don't you? And
sure.
He had to play that fine line between being epic and being stupid. I think he pulled that off.
You know.
I love the ending of Inception.
And those 3 Batman films. Oh, they're not. I'm not sure any of them are as great as people talk about.
The Dark Knight is. The other 2 are not.
I'm not sure The Dark Knight is a brilliant film. It's got some brilliant performances in it. I'm not sure it's a brilliant film.
I think it's a brilliant film. I will say no more. Personally. But I think you're right. I don't like Batman Begins at all. I think it's really boring.
See, I'd say that was the best one of the 3.
And the Dark Knight. I've only seen The Dark Knight Rises once, so it can't be that.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that from what I remember.
No.
Right.
Okay.
Fine, let's move on. A very similar filmmaker to Christopher Nolan. I think you will agree.
Yeah.
RuPaul.
Okay.
Is it a Christmas movie?
Really?
Yeah. The Bitch Who Stole Christmas.
The Bitch Who Stole Christmas. I like it.
It will assemble the biggest group of drag stars in history. More than you can shake a tinsel-covered stick at. And that will be coming out this Christmas. It will be on VH1 in the States, so we will have to keep our eyes open.
VH1? I didn't even know that was still a thing.
Yeah, because that's where like Drag Race is on over there. Is it? So a lot of his stuff is on Netflix over here.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to mention it, because it may turn up here on Netflix, but we will see. Yeah, a Christmas Drag Race movie.
Interesting. I like it.
Why not?
Why not?
There's a whole roster of drag queens who are going to be in it with him. Plus, I'm sure a lot of cameos, because there just will be, won't they?
Yeah, of course there will. Everybody will want to be in
that sort
it.
Of thing.
Yeah, everybody will want to be in it.
Yeah, it's pretty much all done and dusted, because I think it's December the 2nd it hits TV in the States. So.
There's no way in this world that you don't watch that.
No, not at all.
You will 100% be watching that.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I will look forward to your review.
Yeah, I'm on board.
Cool. Is that it?
Yeah.
I went to click another link and there isn't any.
Sorry.
We're all news out. No, I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy. Good news.
There's a little bit extra.
Okay.
Can we do a little tease?
Yeah, let's do it.
If you're a Patreon.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You'll get a little bonus episode this week.
Yep.
Where we've talked about a couple of things we've watched.
Yes.
Midnight Mass.
Yep. Nick's finally finished
we
Midnight Mass.
We spent some time talking about that.
Yep.
And also a short film called Mr. Puzzles Wants You to Be Less Alive.
Might be my favourite title of a film ever.
Yeah.
And also might be my favourite film ever. So,
if you're a Patreon, or you want to hear that, you need to become a Patreon.
Yeah.
And it will be on the exclusive Patreon feed.
It will indeed. And if you want to watch Mr. Puzzles Wants You to Be Less Alive, it's available on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I'll put a link in our Discord. Come in there.
It's just to tease you even more, it's the first horror movie, Netflix claim, completely written by bots.
Yeah. No human involvement whatsoever.
No, but go and check it out.
Because it's fucking brilliant.
It's really funny.
It's ridiculous.
That's all we will say on here.
It's hilarious. And it's brilliant.
What else have you watched this week?
I watched the first episode of Lock and Key.
Oh, me too.
Season 2.
But I kind of forgot that I watched it until you wrote it on this list.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I didn't like it.
Didn't blow me away.
It was fine. But it just made me think, I can't remember any of the first.
It does seem like it's been ages since that first series.
Yeah.
I don't know when the first series came, but it feels like it's been a long time.
And do you know what? This is my fault.
Okay.
Between the first season and the second season,
yeah,
I've read the graphic novel.
Oh, have you?
And that's confused me even more, because it's very different. So now my brain is like, oh, did that happen in the book, or did that happen in the TV show? So I'm all at sea with it.
Okay.
But I will keep going.
I did enjoy that first episode. It was fine. I feel like they really rammed it down your throat that there's a new bad guy.
Yes.
Who's the same bad guy but in a different body.
Yes.
And they really rammed that at you for like the whole episode.
Yeah.
I was like, I know, I get it. Stop telling me. And then they kept telling me over and over again. Yeah, okay, I'll stick with it. It's fine.
And do you think that was sort of, or the notes came in from the studio or whatever, and it's like, oh, what if people haven't watched the first series?
Maybe.
And
I hope it's not.
Really need to.
I hope they're not going to dumb it down, because that worries me slightly.
Now you say that, that does make sense.
Because the last season was quite complex and was quite difficult to keep up with.
Yeah.
And it feels like this first episode.
Because there's a lot of like body swapping
Yeah.
and image. You do have to kind of.
Even world
jumping in
swapping.
now would be.
Yeah, you wouldn't have a clue
I'd tell
what
you
was
it's
going
tricky.
on. Yeah.
Because I'm.
I
find it
don't. I've
tricky.
watched the first series and I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I hope they've not dumbed it down, but we'll see when I get to the second episode.
Same.
I also watched a film with Katie Seagal in it.
Oh.
I watched Hypnotic.
Okay, what's that
It's her
about?
new Netflix movie.
Is that a horror movie?
I would describe it as a horror movie. Yeah, it's more of a thriller, I guess.
Okay,
It's about a woman who's struggling to deal with life.
sure.
She had to break up with her boyfriend for various reasons. So one of her friends recommends that she goes and sees her therapist,
Right.
who talks her into being hypnotized. And then she later finds out that he has been hypnotizing women to kill themselves,
Okay.
kill other people, basically do his bidding for him.
Yeah.
And she figures this out, but can't. But that's already been hypnotized at this point, so she knows that the trigger's already in her head.
Got ya.
And then she finds out her friend's going to go and see him, and she gets hypnotized, and it's quite dramatic. And you know what Katie Seagal's like? She's brilliant, and she plays it really well. I mean, it's not the best film,
Sure.
but it's good. It's entertaining. It's good for a Saturday night pizza and a Magnum. And she's just excellent. She's just excellent at whatever she does.
She's one of these actors, isn't she, who can elevate
Yeah, a project.
lesser,
Yeah.
should we say, quality of material.
Yeah, absolutely. Hush is not a great written film,
Wait, is it?
but her
It's
performance
nothing
in
new,
it,
is
no,
it?
But her performance in it makes it what it is.
Yeah.
100%. Because she's amazing in it.
Okay.
And I think probably the same with Hypnotic. She's really good in it, and you really feel for her plight of what she's going through. But the story itself is not amazing.
Got ya.
You know what I mean? But she elevates it.
Cool.
That is. Oh, I did start to watch that thing you told me to watch.
Which one? I told you to watch two things.
Only one of them. The Outlaws. The Stephen Merchant one.
Yeah, yeah.
Brilliant.
It's good, isn't
It's
it?
brilliant. It's not a sitcom.
No.
And the third episode's on for an hour. And I'm
Most of them are like, yeah, it's a full on.
I wasn't expecting a full hour episode.
By episode 3, it's like, well, this is a full on drama.
It is. It's a full on drama. There's
Crime drama.
obviously Stephen Merchant's in it, and he's the funniest one in it.
Sure.
But even he's quite tragic.
Yeah.
And Christopher Walken's just funny because he sounds like an idiot. His voice is just ridiculous.
It does sound a bit at times like
He sounds like
you would say someone doing not a bad Christopher Walken impression, but a really cartoony Christopher Walken.
yeah, all these impressions you hear of Christopher Walken, that's how he sounds. I don't know if I've never just concentrated on him enough before, or I've not seen him in anything for years. But yeah, he's almost like a parody of himself in it.
Yeah.
But it's great. It's really great. It's really, really great. All 3 episodes so far have been really good. I really liked the activist woman.
Oh, yes.
Especially in this third episode. I thought she was really, really good.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see where it goes.
Because she kind of carried that episode, so I don't know if that's the way they're going to go with it. Because
they're not really...
The banky guy, the businessman guy, he kind of carried the second one, didn't
Yeah,
he? So,
but they're not totally centric to each character, but
I feel like they're concentrating on one
more
character
screen
more
time.
than the others
Yeah.
per episode. But yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Ace.
What about yourself?
Watched a couple of things. So, yeah, same as kept up with you on that. I've finished The Detectorists.
Okay. Any good?
And I've got to say, I'm pretty certain it's jumped into like my top 5 sitcoms of all time.
Oh, wow.
You've got to watch it.
Okay.
So good.
I will definitely watch it.
It's Mackenzie Crook's sitcom.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
Is about 5 years old, but it's like a warm hug.
It's a bit like the British Schitt's Creek.
It's got that sort of vibe.
I will definitely watch it.
Seek it out, watch it, and I'm sure you'll love it. I've also watched a movie.
Okay, what movie have you watched?
The aforementioned Army of Thieves.
Oh, okay. And?
It's much better than Army of the Dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
So this is the
It's a
origin
spin-off,
story,
yeah.
I guess, of Dieter, who is the safecracker
Safecracker guy.
from Army of the Dead. And
So there's no zombies in it,
No, it's set in Europe.
right?
He's cracking into safes. He joins this like criminal gang, and the loose backdrop, is the zombie outbreak has started over in the States.
That makes sense.
Because
I suppose Army of the Dead is set after the
sure,
apocalypse, doesn't it? So yeah, that makes sense, I suppose.
and it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cast's good. Guz Khan is in it, which really made me.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was like, oh, brilliant.
Okay, I didn't realise.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I had fun. The action was good. Chase scene was good. There were some actual proper heists, which never happens in Army of the Dead.
Very true.
Despite it being marketed as a zombie heist movie, it's good, and it's there's more to come from this universe because there's an animated series coming.
Yeah,
as well.
there is as well. Yeah. I will check it out.
Zack Snyder just can't do anything. Just
one off, one and done.
Creates all this
Crap
over the top, but this is good.
He's
I would
not.
recommend
He,
it.
He hasn't really made this, has he? He didn't write it.
He's a
He didn't-
producer.
Yeah, he's just guys basically used his name.
Yeah.
I might check it out then if it's that good. If
It's-
you recommend it.
As a Saturday night movie,
Pizza and a Magnum.
you have a good time.
Cool. I will check it out. Is that it?
Yeah.
I want to give a quick shout out to Staff Let's Flats
Okay.
because that's season 3 started on Channel 4 in the UK. If you've not seen it, check it out. It's
I haven't
brilliant.
seen it.
Check it out.
Okay, I will.
Have you really not seen any of it?
No.
Check it out. It's fucking brilliant.
Okay.
It's really good. I binged the whole 3rd series last Saturday. I
Right.
did the whole thing because it's on weekly on Channel 4.
Sure.
But all 4 have already got the whole season up.
Got you.
But I watched the whole thing. It's brilliant. It's
I will have a
so
look.
funny. It just really makes me laugh. And you know what I'm like with comedies? I don't recommend comedies very often.
Don't like them.
But it just works. He's just so good in it. He's just really funny. But yeah, so I want to give that a shout out.
Done.
Cool. Anything else?
That's all I've watched.
Me too. Anything else we need to do on the wave?
Yes.
What?
Hopefully.
What?
I'm hoping you've bothered to actually watch
Nah.
episode 2 of Betaal.
I have bothered to watch episode 2 of Betaal. I actually watched it when we got home from our burger experience the other
lovely.
night. So it was
And,
full of meat and watched Betaal.
Good. This is our watch long feature extending the rods. My rod is extended.
So is mine now.
Let's
Took
do it.
It's took a bit longer than yours, but it is extended.
I mean, the only problem is I watched this like 2 weeks ago and I
You
can't
watched
remember it.
endless times ago. I did make a few notes on it. I don't want to go through like we do in the films we like scene
Sure.
by scene, but I thought this episode was better than the first one.
I had a good
I
time.
feel like I'm involved in the story now, which I didn't in the first one. I don't think.
So our heroes ish, the people, they're holed up in this this old barracks.
Yeah, it's basically it starts at the end of the last episode.
Yeah.
So they're being attacked
Straight continuation.
they're being attacked by these British zombies,
ghost demon soldiers.
and they managed to lock themselves inside a bunker.
The locals who are already inside the bunker
Yes.
are very specific at the very start of this episode and say, "Do not bring your injured people in here.
Yes.
They will turn into zombies."
And we don't want zombies in here. It's the whole point of having the bunker.
The squad completely ignores that,
Yeah.
and by the end of this episode, there's zombies running around.
There's zombies
in there.
everywhere. So they break into the bunker, and then the village people, not the village people, start doing the YMCA. It's crazy. The villagers lock themselves in the bunker inside the bunker.
Sure.
So they go double bunkered. So they lock themselves away from the army men. But so six men die at the beginning,
Yeah.
and some of the remaining ones have no memory of literally what's just happened.
Yeah. There's kind of some hocus pocus going on as well, isn't there?
Yeah. Then they have a bit of a row about should they wait for the backup or should they leave because they need to leave. And then these two bodies that they've brought in attack a dude.
Yeah.
And make another body. And so we've just got zombies everywhere.
Yeah.
And eventually they do get in and meet these villagers. There's only two in there. So
Yeah, because they killed all the others
yeah,
in
they
episode
killed all the
one.
others, yeah. And they're basically, they tell them about the curse of Betaal and
Sure.
how they're hiding from this curse.
He said, "Don't worry, we're safe. We've taken care of those three there.
Yeah.
They put a spell, like an incantation, around the barracks.
It's salt and turmeric.
Yeah, and the demons cannot cross.
No, there's fires outside as well, which
Yeah.
they can't cross, and there's a line of salt and turmeric.
Fucking rains
Bit like-
then, doesn't it?
But yeah, it rains right at the end of the episode. That's how the episode ends. It's a bit like how they used to keep Jacob in Lost.
Yes.
That was a salt line. Yeah, so that stops it coming in, and then all of a sudden it fucking rains, and now it's a free for all.
You see the soldiers step over the line.
Yeah. So there's loads of cool zombie stuff going on in this one as well.
Yeah.
There's like there are zombies in this episode. Which
crawling along the ceiling.
oh, that was creepy when that little girl was in bed. There was a little girl in bed and she could hear somebody knocking at the door, and then the door opens and he's on the ceiling crawling along.
It was a good distraction.
Yes, because
then you get a jump scare from one jumps out from under her bed.
So she goes to hide under her bed and there's one under there with her. That's brilliant. I thought that scene was the best one.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying this.
Me too.
I think
it does just feel like a movie that's been chopped up.
It does. Because it is, isn't it?
I think so.
It's just a zombie movie. It's a 6-hour zombie movie or whatever we're getting. But it's kind of working for me so far. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm definitely on board at the halfway point.
I might have been spoiled by the last show we did with the island was so bad that this one's actually looking quite good. But I'm looking forward to watching the third episode. I won't forget to watch the third episode. Put it that way.
Good.
It's not I forgot. I just ran out of time and then forgot. But no, definitely check it out. It's
so far,
really good.
It's a recommend for me.
Same strong recommend from me so far. If you're into zombie stuff, I'm watching the dub as well, unintentionally, but because I was full of meat, I thought I'm not reading. So
it won't affect your vision.
2 weeks. The first 2 episodes I've watched the dub because the first one I was in a rush because you were coming around, so I watched the dub. This one I was like, I'm full of meat. I'm not reading. So I watched. So I might as well. I'm going to stick with the dub. I think.
Or I get meat blind.
No, exactly. So I wouldn't normally watch a dub, but I think I'll stick with it on this. Just
fine.
See if we can see if anything's different, like we do with the films.
I think I watched the first one just with subtitles, and I think the second one I had subtitles and the dub on.
Double dubbed, dub sub.
Yeah,
double dub sub.
And the subtitles are different, so they seem to be subtitles of the original. They're not
translating the dub.
Yeah, they're not just the same as the dub, which we see quite a lot.
That's what Squid Game did.
Yeah,
they get a lot of criticism for that.
There's not many differences. It's just a few of the turns of phrases are slightly different, and
that's good. That's the way it should be done.
Yeah,
it should be
definitely
subbed from the original language rather than subbed from the dub. That's what Squid Game got into a lot of criticism for.
Dub.
I think there's 2 versions of the subtitles for Squid Game.
What?
I think you can get both. I think they
changed them later.
I think so. I think there's 2 versions on there now. Check out Betaal.
This is what happens. Something becomes that successful. You open yourself up to that sort of criticism.
Exactly.
I guess.
So yeah, check out Betaal. It might become massive, like Alice in Borderland has suddenly become our first extending the rods.
Head of the curve.
It's like right at the top of the trending now section on my Netflix.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
same.
We found that. It's ours. Right. I think we've waved out.
Yeah.
So we'll go, shall we?
We shall, and we'll be back here on Thursday to talk about Secret Obsession.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about Secret Obsession. It's a romantic thriller.
It's
not romantic.
It's most definitely not romantic.
No, it's not. You know how IMDb have on IMDb sometimes they'll give you like a list of the genres. It's like crime, mystery, thriller, drama, horror.
Yeah,
it's just got thriller for this.
Sure, because I was like, is this what back in the day you would have classed as a cheap like erotic thriller? But there is zero eroticism in this.
There's not a lot of thriller in it either. But we'll talk about it more on Thursday. So we'll be back on Thursday. Check that out. In the meantime, check out Secret Obsession, and then we'll be back on Thursday to talk about it.
Cheers.
Bye.